Well done, that man. He delivers yet again. Well, come on, let's just take a look at the goal because it was brilliant, wasn't it?
Well, what one do you want?
Which one would you like to share with us? You're in charge.
I mean, this is the first goal, and obviously you're 1-0 down, and it's getting frantic at this point. But what I love here is, as soon as the ball comes out here, I'll stop it for you, and you see him stop it there. The three players are in these positions where you think, right, how are they going to get into goal here? But it's the intelligence, the education. I'll watch it here. This is what I love here. As soon as Bruno plays that ball here, he doesn't play it and stand. I'm going to get in here. I see an area to get into. Not only that, that's to just move people. Again, Cristiano plays the ball. Watch his run immediately. He knows before anything, he's seen Bruno go, there's going to be a space to run into. He plays it, immediately he gets in there. Bruno's in there, and watch the way this opens up. And I love this ball, the pace, the way he quickens it up. There he is, Ronaldo's in. Beautiful. Let me just slow it down even more. This first touch here, that touch, look at the distance between them two there, between the two players. If that touch isn't perfect, that defender slides and takes the ball straight away. But it's a perfect touch. At that pace, it's frightening. And then the composure, it's a brilliant finish. I mean, Scholesy mentioned in when we was doing it in the game, and we saw it. And he mentioned this element here, and it's really, you see it here. That first touch there from Bruno, I'll let it run on a bit slower. He takes it. Beautiful, just before he touches it, look at the amount of space with just what he's done there with that touch. He shifted the keeper, look at the space now in the goal. Just that touch, that subtle little difference. Scholesy said it himself.
Is he considering that, though? Is he considering what he's doing to the goalkeeper with that touch?
Well, Scholesy saying there, he probably takes a touch and shoots himself, but I think it's in his mind before he even gets there that he's going to play Cristiano.
He is clearly thinking about Cristiano there, and without knowing it, he's taking the keeper over to that side. And that bit of brilliant play from Fernando, it is brilliant, it's sensational, it's great vision, because I think I would have shot, but just to stop the ball there, he's moved the keeper over, and it creates that massive gap, as Rio said, to the right-hand side of the keeper. First touch, goal.
That's the chemistry as well between the two players, Fernandes and Ronaldo, you know, that without even being able to see each other, it was just there, that movement. Great goal.
It's beautiful. That's when you get great players on the same wavelength. And that was desperate times. They were trying to get back into the game. And sometimes it gets a bit frantic and things don't come off. But it's the composure, man. It's beautiful to see. I mean, that's not what we're looking for there, is it? Is it the 2-1 we're looking for?
Tell you what, should we have a look at the 2-2 goal first of all? Let's have a look at the late equaliser. I think we can't see enough Ronaldo at the moment. It was a brilliant late goal, Paul.
Yeah, it was a fantastic goal, wasn't it? And this is what he's been doing for, 10, 15 years now. You know, people jump up in the studio, we all get a bit excited, but it's just something we expect from him. It's absolutely brilliant. Again, he's pulled his team out of the mire from a really poor second-half performance, especially. It's just a brilliant finish. It's just instinct. He knows where the goal is, and it's technique as well, pure technique. This man is, as Rio said before, what more can you say about this lad?
And he's got a big smile on her face.
Well, what I love about this goal is before he's actually shot that volley, he's trying to shoot. There was a hunger for him to shoot in the first place. And then that is almost giving him that instinct to bring in that technique in the volley. It's a similar technique to the goal against Spurs, but it's just ridiculous at this point, you know, just the instinct that he has to execute the volley and, again, as Paul said, save his team.
I think the touchscreen wasn't playing ball because it wanted us to see Ronaldo in all his brilliance. But the point you were trying to make was that they needed that brilliance because this is what was happening at the back for United. Yeah,
and we saw it. United were in disarray at the back multiple times, this Atalanta team, who are, listen, we have to remember, who are very good going forward. They score goals. But they made it easy to play against, I think. And if you look at this, if I just take it back slightly there for you and show you Eric Bailly, you had a good game, by the way. But when you watch it here, and you see his markings about who was a threat all day. As a centre-half, you cannot allow the striker there to get in behind you there. Bailly's in a good position, he's controlling it. When this man here has got time on the ball, you can't be standing up and standing still. He does that in this clip here. But the bigger concern for me is Harry Maguire, this player here. As a centre-half, in a back three especially, he's got to get himself across the pitch here. Get across so you can cover this run if the worst case scenario happens. Man on the ball's got time. You've got to get across and help and cover. He doesn't do that. And the last thing, this is what's great about gadgets. When you look at things like this, the distance from here to around here where he scores is 31 yards for Zapata. Let's have a look how far it is for Maguire to get to the same place.
Yeah.
18, maybe 20 yards, if I'm being perfect. He should be the first man there. Obviously, pace isn't one. He's not blessed with great pace, but if you're in the right positions, you've seen so many players who haven't been blessed with pace. They position themselves rightly, they snuff out things like this.
Maguire is almost still playing in a back three there, Rio.
Yeah.
As if he's got Varane in there, but he isn't. He's nowhere near. And the thing about this goal, the biggest thing, is Bailly gets done by the movement. And it's not, you normally say he's ball watching, but he isn't. He's actually looking at the man and just leaves him. Doesn't go
Crazy.
with him.
Like you see it there. Play it back again there. Because this is a good angle as well. When you're looking at it and you think to yourself, you should never be getting behind him there. And before that, when you look at it, that ball's a straight ball. Again, like I said to you, when there's no pressure on the ball, please, this is the area you've got to protect. You've got to protect this area. That's the last place you want to let him go.
What's this about then? Because there's been so much criticism of Ollie. Is this poor coaching or is this poor individual decision-making on the pitch?
You have to remember, Rio, this lad hasn't played any games.
Yeah.
He's probably played 2 games this season, international games. Not played 1 game for United. OK, probably shouldn't excuse it because he should be ready. And I think he's an experienced player in there. And if he knows he's going to get done like that, I think if Rio was an experienced player, he's looking at him, he's going to get it done. Just step across him.
Yeah.
Stop it. You stop it at source.
But I always look at this as well, because I remember myself in this position. I would always say my defensive partner, this is my defensive partner. I have to be connected to him. That gap's too big. Don't care who you are. And if you're lacking pace, it's an even bigger worry. You've got to get across to be able to cover that ball and get across there.
It looks like he's trying to play offside as well, Rio. Maybe that's why he sort of held his run. As soon as he looks like he's got beat, he's putting his arm up.
It's a guessing game, though. You've got VAR. You can look at VAR after.
He's definitely trying to step up. You can see that. But as we said before, Maguire's all over the place at the minute. As I said, I don't know if he's carrying an injury, whether it's a hangover, but he's all over the place. He doesn't get close. And what do you say, lad? He had a 10, 11, 12-yard start on him, and he still can't get back at him.
Lacking quality or lacking coaching?
I think them situations, that's like you say, experienced players should know that. That's bread and butter.
Right.
And I don't think you can put that at the doorstep
Door of the coach.
Right.
OK, well, there you go. The decision was made. The performance tonight might have been underwhelming, but 2 brilliant goals from Cristiano Ronaldo means that Manchester United have their fate in their own hands. Win the next Champions League game, they're through to the knockout stages. Here's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer with Des.
Ollie, how does that feel? It must feel like another escape.
It's a tight game. Flows both ways. There are 2 goals, very tight. Hoping for offside, of course, for the second, or first as well, because I think he's offside. But that's, I think he interferes with David's view, and the second goal is very close. Good pass, good. But Cristiano is just incredible. That's what he does. If there's anyone you want the chance to fall to in the last minute, and a difficult chance, he keeps his eye on the ball. His technique on that volley is incredible.
I seem to see if your facial expression when you were talking to Gasperini afterwards was essentially that.
Yeah, that's football. It's no one can question the character of these players, because they just don't give up and they don't give in and they keep going. And yeah, we had to make a few changes and they worked.
You're looking for improvement in that first half, weren't you? There's a lot of sloppy balls being passed around. You were looking for more width, but then it suddenly clicked for the goal.
The goal was a proper team goal, great quality on the passing. 4 or 5, 6, 7 passes before that little last exchange as well. So that was the first moment that we really played the football that we should do.
What was going wrong? Because we talked about that before the game. Don't give them the early goal. Keep the tempo up.
As you say, sometimes you don't plan to concede a goal. I still think he's offside, interferes with David's view, and normally he'd save that one. And you're at a difficult place. The atmosphere was electric, and they're a very physical, aggressive side with what's hard to play against.
It didn't help losing Varane.
No.
What was the early diagnosis there? And you had to go to a back 4 as well.
No, he felt his hamstring. And that's, of course, you can't take any risks. Unfortunately, Rafa has been such a calming influence when he's on the pitch for us, and then we lost him. But that's football.
Are you going to talk to players about just those sloppy passes, the things that were going astray? I mean, Paul Pogba had a few difficulties in the first half.
Yeah, the quality wasn't always there. Eric Bailly blocked a fantastic chance for them, and you just have to make up for, if you make a mistake, make up for your teammates' mistakes. So the character was spot on again, always. And as I said, they kept going, never give up.